Hey guys, welcome back. We're talking Dawn of Justice. In this review, I'm not going to mention too many spoilers. If any spoilers, are going to be real minimal. I'll have a spoiler-filled review later on. So this one's just a real basic, just kind of let you know what kind of the main plot ideas and if I liked it or not. And wearing the shirt, wearing the hat, I'm ready. So I've seen it once already. I'm going to see it again tonight. And by the time this weekend is over, I will have seen it about 5 times. I'm a fan. So the beginning, of course, they show us Bruce Wayne. It's the funeral of his parents. I like the scene. There's just one thing that I didn't like was the fact that when he falls into the cavern and the bats swirl around him and like carry him up out of the hole. Older Bruce does say, in the dream, they take me towards the light, and it was a lie. So I feel that maybe they didn't literally carry him towards the light like that. They were just visually showing us what he imagines. So I thought I kind of took it that way. So in this review, I'm going to just tell you what I liked, what I didn't like, what I think could have been better, and things like that. And then the next review with the spoilers, I'll get into more detail about the movie. So with that being said, I think visually, this movie was effing awesome, okay? Everything looked amazing, the characters, the fight scenes, and that was kind of an issue there. In the fight scenes, I felt like they weren't that long, so I could have definitely done with more fighting. Especially the Batman versus Superman fight, I felt was cut a little short. I kind of understand why, but all that build up to that scene, which that fight scene was gorgeous and it looked awesome and it felt like I was watching Dark Knight Returns, the comic, and it was badass. And you see Batman, Bruce Wayne versus Superman, Kal-El, Clark Kent. Like, you see them fight, and it was really good. It looked awesome, and the story to me flowed well. There was just a few things in the movie that you could have plucked out, and it would have been still just as awesome, if not more so. But overall, it's a good movie. One of the other issues was people kept saying that the cameos for the other Justice League members were kind of just thrown in, shoved in, kind of that needs to be in there. I didn't feel that way. I felt that they were in there and they helped the story, and also that they didn't just boom here, you need to see this. No, it was more like part of the story. Also, the very end, of course, we all know because of the trailer, Doomsday. Wait till the other review before I get into Doomsday, because there's no way not to talk about that fight without giving anything away. But overall, it was a pretty good fight, and you get to see the Trinity really kick some ass in that fight. So overall, I think the movie was good. There was a few things that could have been better. Like, one of the things was Lois, and I understand that there was moments where she was really needed, but those moments where she was kind of just still there. But I understand the character and why we need her, because she's the reason Superman stays grounded. He keeps the man mentality. He needs her, and she is a big character. But there was a few moments in the movie where she felt like she was just there. She didn't belong necessarily, or she wasn't necessary. But there was other moments when she was necessary. So it was really good. But one thing, even though those moments where she wasn't 100% necessary, I understand why they're there, because of the few dream sequences that we do have in this movie. And there's a few of them. There's 4, if I remember correctly off the top of my head. And each one is awesome, but each one is giving you a little bit of an explanation of what could happen or what might happen if either Batman or Superman fell. So that's why I think she was still in there for certain scenes that you're kind of like, eh. But it makes sense if you pay attention to the dream scenes and understand that those dream scenes are possibilities or alternate futures or alternate dimensions, which something significant has happened to cause that. So of course, in the next video, I'll go into more depth and real specifics and detail of each of the dream sequences and what I think they meant. But so far, I enjoyed the movie very much. Please go check it out if you haven't seen it. It's definitely worth watching. It's a badass movie, and you'll enjoy it. You'll have a good time, and it sets up Justice League very much so. And I think it also sets up for other DC movies. We might get another Batman standalone movie, and we might even get another Superman standalone movie, because this one is technically Superman 2, and I see it. Watching this movie from beginning to end, you see how it is a sequel, because the beginning is answering all the questions that we had at the end of Man of Steel. What the hell are we going to do about all the destruction, all the lives lost? Do we trust Superman or don't we trust Superman? What is he? Is he a hero? Is he a villain? What is he? And that's what this movie starts to answer. And you see how people are coming to question it. It also shows you Superman is new to all this. He is just been Superman for, well, this takes place 18 months later, so not even 2 years. Superman is very much a rookie, and he's making mistakes. That's the big issue here. But it's a learning curve because he doesn't know exactly what to do. Alright, so with that being said, I'm going to tell you one of my favorite scenes of this whole entire movie. I have a bunch, but this is one that really stood out to me, and it's a Batman scene. And the reason I like the scene so much is because when you're watching it, you really get that sense of fear that Batman imposes on the criminals and people, because a lot of people first thought some weird creature or some kind of monster. And in this scene, you get that real sense of horror, creepy, scary feel where you're just like, what the hell is that? And then there's one specific thing that really just like you're feeling it, and then boom, one just smashes it into you. Just like, what the shit, that was cool. And this is a small little spoiler. He's like on the corner of the wall. The cop turns and he like scurry crawls on the ceiling and disappears. And I was just like, the hell? That was absolutely beautiful. So with all that being said, and remember, this is the non-spoiler review, I'm giving this movie a B+. The grade won't change in the spoiler review. I'll just go into more depth and detail. But this movie's a solid B+. Definitely go watch it. Check it out if you haven't already. So with that being said, let me know if you've already seen it, what you thought about the movie. If you haven't seen it, are you gonna see it? And what you thought about the movie, what you liked, what you didn't like. And also remember, if you like this video, smash that like button. Please leave all your comments and feedback down below. It's always appreciated. And as always, my good friends, it is a pleasure.